Hey, how you doing? I'm cool. You?
I'm excited.
You're excited. Me too. Me
I
too.
know. Oh my God. I was anticipating.
Pardon?
I was just anticipating it so much.
Oh, I know. That's the thing is when you think about stuff too much, it just takes you over, doesn't it?
It does.
We're just having a chat, aren't we?
That's
That's all we're
true.
doing.
Yeah, yeah, we're just chilling.
We're just chilling with people listening in on our conversation.
Exactly. By the way, I'm using a mic for the Xbox. Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you sound perfect.
Awesome.
You sound all good. So I think we've got a couple of minutes left. So when we get to 4 o'clock, or 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock,
Okay.
we'll start with the questions.
Okay.
Um, we've got our TPM questions, and I've mixed in some of the community questions from the Twitter post as well.
Okay.
Um, we'll work our way through those, and then at the end, we'll see if any of our lovely listeners want to ask you a question live.
Ooh, exciting.
Oh, no. Should be good. Should be good.
Oh yeah.
It's, I'm literally sweating. It's so hot here today. I'm literally sweating.
So you don't
Like
got no
anything
AC
else.
out there, huh?
My AC is having the window open, so yeah, it's not
That's
not
awful.
really good. Not really good, but
Drink
no,
something with
it's all
ice,
good.
man.
I've got an ice cold Pepsi Max on standby, so I'll be okay.
I'm a bit
I'll be
weird. I
good.
have coffee right next to me.
Coffee?
Yes.
Oh no, you're not a
Yeah.
coffee drinker, are you?
I definitely am. Are you a tea drinker?
It's stereotypically British, yes. No, I do I do drink tea. I I really want to like coffee, and I really want to like try different types of coffee, but I just don't like the taste of it.
But you know what? It's fine. I don't even think it's that all healthy for people.
It's definitely not.
But I drink it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, loads of people drink it, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Loads of people drink it.
I have to.
Listen
I'll
to our
degenerate.
exciting conversation, our exciting conversation before we start
I
talking
know.
about coffee and tea.
I'm so excited about the food question actually.
I love food.
Oh
I love
man,
food.
I'm such a foodie. I fucking love it.
I literally, I love food and I hate exercise. It's the worst combination.
Oh man. And you walk, right? Or run?
Well, I started running about 6 weeks ago, and when I say running, if you picture someone who's got a bit of a dad bod shuffling along the sidewalk, that's what I call running. So yeah, it's looking good at the moment. It's looking good.
Dude, that's more than what I could do so far.
Oh dear, all fun, all fun. Okay, we're here. We're 5 o'clock.
All right.
We've got people joining us. So without further ado, thank you, Bianca, for joining us. What do you prefer to be called? I've taken to calling you B. Your name's obviously Bianca, and you're Ultravioletra. What do you prefer to be called?
Oh, you can call me by my name. It's all good.
Okay, all
Hmm.
good, all good. Let's get so before I get into any of the questions which I've sent you and any community questions,
Okay.
I had a question given to me by somebody you know dearly, um, who bet me whether I'd ask this question on the space. So I'm going to kick off with that one first. And I
Okay.
think that Nick, you'll have to correct me if I get it wrong. He told me to ask you about all that ass.
What did he say about that ass? I swear to God that one of my other friends was going to say something about ass. I'm sorry, listeners. I'm a bit of a perv.
I was literally trying to figure out how can I gently squeeze in this question. I thought, I'll tell you what, let's just go first question. Let's go for it.
Oh
Let's go
my
for it.
God.
Is that
Evie, she should have heard what you just told me because she had a question like that, I swear.
so? What's it all about? Is that your like slogan? Do you say that to everybody?
The people that I adore, yes.
Oh, that's priceless. I love it. So Nick, that one's for you, man. I I've slipped it in there for you. Anyway, let's crack on. So first one we've got. So you've always been kind of for me, you've been like a beacon of brightness, vibrance in the VB community for a long time. Partially due to your VP style, which we'll touch on later, but also because you're such a friendly member of the community, you're always like commenting and chatting and things. What prompted you to join the VP community on Twitter? And was that where your VP journey started?
So my journey started around 2018. I took pictures on, well, two games. One of them was uh, Fallout 4, and Fallout 4, you could do mods on the game, right? I
Yeah.
didn't know much about the picture community, but I wanted to put mods on it. You know what I mean? And one of them was a galaxy. And I took a picture, it had the HUD, and the person in the bottom said, "This is so awesome," but the HUD should have been off. Sucks. I'm like, what does this dude mean? So I checked his page and he was in these picture clubs on Xbox. And I'm like, I want in on this. So I started to get into these Xbox clubs and I just found people who took phenomenal pictures with photo mode, and even without photo mode, we just call them screenshots. I
Yeah.
know people are sort of against that word, but that's how it was at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And um, so after a while, after being in clubs and owning one, I had, and one of I had a friend, his name is Pochi, I believe that's how you say it, Ryan. He
Yeah.
used to be
Yeah.
in the photo mode, right? He told me on a message that he's like, dude, you should get on Twitter because the developers, they interact with you and stuff. But you know what? Some part of me said, nah, I don't believe you. But I started to think about it because posting in these clubs started to become a little bit just a little bit boring to me after a while, right? Because I wanted to do like edits and I couldn't do that there on the Xbox, right? So I took him on that offer on getting on Twitter and making my account, I think right around 2020. And um, that's how I started with posting my GTA pictures. Yes.
Cool. GTA.
Uh-huh.
GTA is one game that I haven't really got into taking pictures in because
Dude,
it's a bit
yeah,
convoluted, isn't it? Is it you got the
yes. Uh-huh. Because of the Rockstar editor, right? Oh
yeah,
man, but
yeah.
it's got to be one of the best tools though for picture taking or videos.
Hey, maybe they'll have a dedicated photo mode in GTA 6.
That would be sick. Honestly, that would be.
That would break Twitter. That would
Oh
literally
yeah.
break Twitter when it
And it's
eventually
gonna be
comes out.
playing.
Obviously,
Oh
it'll be out in 10 years. We'll be playing it in 10 years. We're playing it in 10 years.
yeah.
Cool.
No, like just start already. Oh yes, sir.
So you were doing your Xbox club, and one of the Xbox clubs you set up had quite a following, didn't it? Like 2,500 followers. So you got quite a following on there. Did they all follow you over to Twitter?
Not all of them, but definitely a few very good friends do I have. One of them is Thorny. I hope he's on here. If not, shout out to Thorny. He took he took me on that, and he started his account and started posting Forza Horizon pictures. They're
Yeah,
amazing. So I'm happy to bring them along because they started with me. You
yeah,
know.
definitely. And actually, incidentally, the next question I've got for you is from Thorny 1974.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
it must be fate. So his question was, when you first started taking pictures, did you imagine how popular it is and how popular you would become in that kind of community?
No. I. You know what? It took me so long to get to where I am, which is like about 5 years. It took me. I was so slow with getting what I think is better at VP, and also just getting known. You know, in life, it's not like I was super popular or anything like that. So I was just some average chick that just took a lot of pictures and that interacted with people. And, it was so easy to interact with the VP community and how easy everybody supports each other. And I guess that's how it all turned out. But no, I did not expect any of that.
I don't think you do you? Because when you suddenly discover like the community on Twitter, and you probably like me when I joined it, you come to this community and you think, wow, look at these people. There's all these people taking these awesome shots.
Yeah.
Why are people going to like mine? I'm never going to get to like 100 followers, and then yeah, it just builds and builds, doesn't it? It's a bit of it's a slow burner, but yeah,
Yeah,
you,
you know what? And I'll say it probably a little bit later with the other questions, but it's a high, you know? It
yeah,
really is.
definitely it is. So no, that's good. It's you get somebody probably going, oh yeah, I was so good, I knew I was going to be popular, but no, most of us when we come in, we don't think we're going to be popular. We just want to post our
No.
pictures and people to like them.
And, if I may add on to that, it's not like it's not like I told my family or friends about it because they thought I was going to be lame or something like that. But I told actually a lot of my close friends in real life, I'm like, this is actually pretty important to me. It's not like something silly. It's my hobby. You know what I mean?
And do you find when you tell them things like that, they're like, what are you on about?
You know,
Taking
there
pictures of games. What? Explain.
Yeah, like it so the people who care about me, even if they don't understand, they're so with it, like they're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool," which I'm so thankful for because it gives me the motivation to keep doing it. You know what I mean?
Exactly, exactly. I think I remember when before I joined TPM, I think it was a couple of years ago, and a shot of Eivor of mine made the front cover. I was like, oh my god, this is like massive. I'm on the cover of a VP magazine, and I
Dude, I know.
showed my parents were like, oh, that's good, love. So
Oh, that's so nice, honey.
I
What do you want
know
for breakfast?
it's like the biggest thing in the world to you, and they're like, is it not just video games? Anyway, we're digressing off. So you've been with the community a while. Um, you also are a member of the awesome VGP network team. Um, what made you decide to join the team, and what do you get out of being a part of a community page? What do you like about it? What drew you to joining in with the community pages?
So when I first got on Twitter, my intentions was to do these slideshows, right? Because that's what I was doing on Xbox, but actually on Xbox you could get banned for it. You're not supposed to do it, but I tried. So I'm like, I want to do these and include people, and so I could I could be creative and have people be creative with me. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And I guess that also helped. I think Steffi would have to um talk about why she picked me, but that's why I wanted to be in the that page. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So hopefully they could let me do this thing or also retweet people's pictures and commenting on them because I know when I first started, whenever I got a message from the network, I felt very good. It makes me feel seen and loved. You know what I mean? And I
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
to give
definitely.
back. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, definitely. I know exactly how you mean. Carry on.
Oh yeah, so that's why I wanted to do this, and that's why I continue to do this because people feel encouraged and loved and seen. Uh-huh.
Definitely. And I think when you first join the community, or if you're just starting out, it's one of the main things that help you get seen, isn't it? It's the thing that gives you that exposure to the wider community. We all know what the algorithm's like. So if a community page is
Exactly.
retweeting, showing you pictures, or featuring you in a spotlight, it's all exposure, isn't it? Which is absolutely brilliant.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
So you take obviously shots of a lot of different games. Excuse me. Um, what is this ties in with a question that we've had from Hype on Twitter as well. So, what's your favourite game to play? And Hype asks, what game is special to you in terms of VP and why? So, what's your favourite game to play, putting VP aside, and what's your favourite game to capture from a VP perspective?
Okay. So that I had to think about this one because I'm like, I always have a favorite with phases of my life, right? But I think if I were to go back on it, I think Fallout, like
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, if I really had to think about it, because I beat those games more than 10 times and I still get like freaking dopamine by playing those games as if I've never played them.
Yeah,
So that is to play. You know what
yeah,
I mean? I
yeah.
think for VP, it would have to be Odyssey. You know why? I think it's because that's where I first started and I feel more comfortable with it.
And the color palette is amazing in that game, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And I think, in my opinion, it has the best depth of field.
Yeah, no, it has got really good depth of field. And having recently been on holiday in Spain, the blue water and the white sand, it's literally just a match made in heaven.
Jelly, by the way.
But yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people, when they talk about the recent trilogy of Assassin's Creed games, they always like slate Odyssey. Oh, it's too big. Didn't really like the Greek setting. But for me, I think I love that one. It's out of the three most recent games, I probably enjoyed that one the most.
Oh, yeah. It's just so beautiful, and it's something where you could just not think about it, just put headphones, listen to music, and just go wherever and take pictures. You know what I mean?
And there was such a vast array of different landscapes. You know, you have the beaches, then you went inland, and there's more greenery, that kind of stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
love that game. Love that game. Now they're going back to dusty sand-filled cities. Let's see what that's like.
Oh, I know. Oh my God, I can't wait. Ah.
I'm excited from a game point of view. The gameplay wise, I'm really excited they're going back to the old thing. From a VP point of view, I'm just thinking, oh, is it just going to be a bit bland? I don't know. It'd be interesting to see
I
what they
think
do with the city.
you're so right. But you know what? I was thinking about that too. Some people don't like the desert, but I do. I like Origins Desert, and I think so many people have took really awesome pictures of Origins. You know what? I played that game, but I haven't finished it. But I do know that it has one of the best photo modes too. Like one of the first ones, I think. I could be wrong, but I feel like it is.
Oh, Jack's going to love you saying that. Jack loves Origins. He's going
Oh
to
man,
be,
sick pictures.
he's going to be sitting again. Yes, Origins. I love it. He'll be running. He'll be running around Baghdad in Mirage, taking pictures of pottery and like arty shots of window frames. He's going to love it.
Just put sunscreen, okay, Jack.
Bless him. Bless him. Cool. Okay. So next one we've got. So we talked a little bit about um, in the first question your style. We said we come back to it. So your style's instantly recognizable. It's full of softness, positivity, and a decidedly feminine air about it. And your floral images and soft landscapes are absolutely beautiful. Would you say you put a lot of yourself into your work? And how did you develop this style? Because you've got a very unique style.
You know, so even if whenever I started and it wasn't as good as I think it is now, I still did like super vibrant and colorful pictures. I just love anything colorful. And maybe that is part of my personality, the femininity. And I guess I am soft. When Cynthia told me that, I'm like, nah. But I checked my pictures, I'm like, I guess it is kind of feminine in it. So yes, I do think I put femininity and softness, and it is part of my personality. And what I like to give back to folks with my personality is that type of softness too. So maybe it is a lot of me.
When you first started taking your shots, was it something that you kind of naturally done, or is it something that you've done on purpose as a purposeful style?
I naturally did. So
Yeah.
photo mode for Odyssey, right? It could you could do really badass pictures with it, but whenever I saw flowers for the first time, I'm like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And like, I guess that's how it started, not intentionally thinking that this has to be soft. You know what I mean? It just
Yeah,
had to be because it's how I feel like it should be when I took those pictures.
yeah, yeah. So you have that vision of what it should look like, and that vibrance obviously pulls through with it. So AV player has kind of like tied into this question. So he said, "What is the one motivator behind your creativity? So with your vibrant pictures or whatever style you're doing, what's your motivator behind it? Is it that you want your pictures to stand out? You want them to be vibrant? what motivates you in your creativity?
I think it's a lot of different things, but I think one of them is whenever I feel like this type of hobby is something you don't do alone for me, right? So I like to share pictures with my friends and they talk about it, or even just talking to them like on a party while we take pictures.
Yeah.
I feel so motivated to just feel creative, and not
Mm.
force myself because I think once you start forcing yourself to take pictures, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah,
You
it
know what I
just
mean?
kind of feels like work, doesn't it?
Yes, and uh, and it shouldn't feel like work. I think once it does, you'll lose your spark.
Exactly. So do you ever get a creative block, or are you just
Uh,
naturally always creative?
uh, right now, it's been probably a week and a half since I haven't took pictures, but it's not because I don't want to take pictures or I have this unmotivation or however you would say, but I have other games like I started playing Fallout and I want to just play that. But I suppose if you take breaks, it helps with the block, that feeling, that creative block.
Yeah,
I wouldn't, and I had those. I've had two big ones before, because those I did force myself to take pictures.
yeah.
And and if you are in the Twitter community, it's very hard to separate the algorithm game from the hobby.
Exactly, and I think that's something that we've touched on in a lot of our chats. And I think I had a question I was going to ask later, which ties to this, but I'll ask it now because obviously we're talking about it now. So Ray asked on the Twitter community, what what do you think when your photo doesn't get the number of likes you want? So you touched on there about the algorithm,
Mhm.
and that can affect your creativity blocks or the urge to take pictures. So, what do you think if you've taken a really good picture that you love, you've put it out there, and it's got what 10, 20, 30 likes? What do you think? Do you think anything of it and just think, I like it. Who cares?
You know, and I think everybody feels this way. There are some pictures where I spend literally hours to days, and those are probably my edits. Where, like with the one that I just pinned on my profile, that took a month. So
Yeah,
because I wanted to figure out how to do it, and those, and it didn't get what I would hope that it would get. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But and funnily enough, some of the pictures I do take pictures of and post, they get likes. I'm like, that was like one picture I didn't even try on. And it does bum me, you know what I mean? But sometimes it can suck, and but if you let the Twitter algorithm dictate your feelings, it will destroy you, I think.
it will do. And
So
I think I was just going to say, but it will do. I think it's important to know that not kind of everybody has frustrations.
yeah.
No matter who takes pictures, no matter whether they're popular, not popular within the community, everybody takes pictures. They will feel a frustration if the stuff that they love they put out there and it's not reciprocated. It's part of, it's people put art out there to be appreciated. And if it's not appreciated, that can feel like a frustration. But the
It
important thing
is.
to remember is you're doing a hobby that you love. You're posting
Yes.
stuff that you love. So it is difficult to balance the two. I think if anybody says they never worry about likes, you know, I don't know whether they're telling the complete truth. I think everybody to a certain extent does
I
think
think because likes is validation, right?
exactly.
You feel validated. So, and like how do you help that feeling? I know there's some people here that it's hard to have friends and stuff, but I know the VP community is willing to talk to people and stuff, and I would just have those few friends and share those pictures and see the love there because it's hard sometimes to get validated from this new algorithm that's pretty cruel.
Exactly. And I think it depends on what you want to get out of it. If you want a career in the games industry, does it matter if you get a lot of likes? I think Sarah said in our interview, you could get 500 likes and it
Yeah.
doesn't make a difference, but you could get 7 likes and one of them's a game dev and it leads to you having a conversation around a job. I suppose it depends on what you want to get out of the community. If you're just doing it for fun, I think that's the main thing is
Yeah.
it's got to be fun. Like you said earlier, if it's not fun, you know, well, why do it? If
Yeah.
you want to get something specific out of it, you want to end up having 15,000 followers and that kind of thing, you
Yeah.
know.
And look, and I was thinking this too, even like I think developers post pictures that I feel like are generic, you know? So
Mm,
then do you want to keep doing the same ones, or is this your style?
yeah.
Or are you just doing it for them to keep on choosing you, you know? That's hard, especially when you get all those huge likes. It's like, ooh, I gotta keep doing this same thing. You know what I mean?
Then it kind of gets into like what you're saying earlier. You kind of get into that monotony of doing the same shot, and then it's not the love for it. You feel the need to do that shot, and that takes the fun out of it. So it's a vicious circle.
It
You know,
is.
I think at the end of the day, it's got to be fun, and you got to love it. Simple as that.
Exactly.
If it's neither of those things, just have a look at what you want to get out of it. We went a bit
Exactly.
serious then, didn't we? We went deep then, deep and serious.
For
So
sure, dude.
we'll lighten the mood now because I'm going to try and pronounce the word in this next question, and I'm guaranteed to get it wrong or sound silly. So you are the triptych. You say. I tell you what, you are the queen of this style. So how would you say it?
Triptych.
That's the one. You've done it. I won't say it again. Sounds stupid. So you're the queen of that style. And for those that don't know what that style is, it's in a very broad sense, it's an image or painting or something made up of 3 sections. So you literally are brilliant at these. What led you to experiment with that kind of art type? And have you got any tips for VPs looking to kind of experiment with it themselves?
I definitely remember, I think it was on Twitter. I saw somebody do it, right? And it was, I think, Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm like, I have so many horizontal pictures. I need to do this. So I just started like that.
Yeah.
I really wish I knew who it was who for the person I saw do it first. But I was so addicted to it because I had so many backlog of pictures that I can mix and match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I feel like they can look pretty trashy if it looks like a jumbled mess, you know? So I try to make it look um nice or presentable, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess if for any tips, try and create a focal point to drive the viewers to the most important part of the piece,
Yeah.
you know? Like if there's a tree to your left, make maybe like a mountain to your right, you know? So your eyes will be drawn to those pictures smoothly.
Yeah, and
Maybe like that.
would you alternate that focus? So if on the top one you had a focus to the left, would you then do the focus on the right on the next one and kind of draw the person's eye across the picture and down? Or
Exactly. You nailed it. Uh-huh.
because I'll be honest, I've tried this style, and I'm one of those people. If I try and squeeze the shots together, I want to be able to see everything I want to see, and then I'm so over analytical of if I can't see something in the shot or it's too thin. So that's a really good tip for me to have a look at, actually. So thanks.
Yes. And you know, and I'll say this, this trick, she's here, Miss Mithios or Kim,
Yeah.
right? She's a teacher, like an art teacher, and she helps me. Actually, a few people here that are in this space has helped me create better pictures because of these tips, especially like shading or Dr. Dex, or I call her Dr. Dex, Dex M,
Yeah.
shading, making things uh, darker, and honestly, it helps to have people to softly critique your stuff or hardly.
The thing is that
Yeah.
you don't learn or improve unless people critique your work. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
You don't want people come and say, "Oh, you're the piece of rubbish." Yeah,
It's trash. Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
that's not what we're saying. But if someone comes in saying, maybe try toning down the saturation, that kind of stuff, or you know,
Yes. And
you're not gonna get better if you don't. have any critique or anything like that.
Yes, I think honestly, Dave, it's helped me so much to get better with with my style. And it's always going to be evolving. I hope so at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, we've mentioned it before on here as well. Is don't be afraid to ask people. If you see if somebody saw your, I'm not going to say the word because I'm just going to sound stupid again. If somebody saw one of your pictures with the three images on top of each other, and they really liked it, reach out and ask you. Everybody here, well, in this space or people I've dealt with, are always happy to impart their knowledge or tips with people. So yeah, if you want to improve, reach out, ask. Definitely.
Yeah, you could whoever's just listening, you could always ask me, dude.
Cool. Cool. I'll be messaging you all the time. I said, how do you do that? How do you do that?
Yeah, I'll teach you.
You can be my teacher. You can be my master. So,
Yes.
so talking around styles and kind of the generic styles that the devs retweet and that kind of stuff kind of leads into the next question we've got the community. So I think it's a VP Ablito. So basically, the question from them is, how does the success of mainstream types of shots, so let's for example say hero shots or landscape shots, within the VP sphere, how do they affect your work? Do you try to conform to those things? Do you wish to explore other styles, or do you think with what your style is, your popularity in that has trapped you within a restricted version of the medium? There's a lot to take from that, so let's split it out. So, does kind of like hero shots and landscape shots, which there are, does that affect how you take your pictures and what you put out into the community?
I would hopefully say no, but it's sometimes whenever you see a lot of the same pictures on Twitter, you tend to like it's easy to mimic. You know what I mean? But I try not to. I do think with the landscapes, I don't think I could see myself doing anything different for now. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
really do enjoy it. And it's easy for me to implement my vibrant ass colors.
Definitely. And do you want to? You've obviously explored the three images on top of each other,
Yeah.
and your vibrant landscapes. Are you want to explore other styles or subjects, or are you happy in the space you're in?
For now, yes, but I do think it's good to grow and try different things for sure. Like I don't think many people or I don't think this scene is well loved as the abstract,
Yeah.
you know, genre. I mean, shit. If I learned how to do that, that'd be great too. But I actually don't quite understand it from this viewpoint right now. Not everything is just gonna be like random. I think it has purpose, right? Like when
Yeah.
I see Jin's like pictures, I'm like, how the fuck does she do these? You know what I mean? So maybe one day, like, I could get on with it, and I have a computer, so maybe I could learn how to do things a little bit more better with my edits because I do edit the shit out of pictures. I do
Me,
with
me
Pixar.
too. Me too. Me too. Don't worry, you can curse as much as you like. Don't worry. The
Oh,
thing is that I think, we touched on this before and other things, is there's always the argument about editing or not editing. People have their own thing. And I think there's some questions on the editing in a second as well. But
okay.
yeah, I think there's the argument for both. So if you're someone who always takes portraits,
Mhm,
you take all your portraits, you get known for portraits, you try
mhm.
and deviate from portraits, you can see your engagement drop, yada, yada, yada. But then where's the fun in doing the same thing all the time? Unless you enjoy it. If that's what you enjoy and that's
I
all you want to
think
do, great.
that's the most important thing, right? Like if you do, I don't know, let's pick Horizon, right? And if
Mm,
that's all your page is, I hope it is because you love the shit out of that game.
yeah,
I think if you start feeling heavy on like why don't I feel any fun on doing this with any game by the way, maybe it's
yeah,
because it's the same routine with this game. Because I do think that photo mode is limited at one point or another, right?
yeah.
And and it's good to keep evolving and trying different games and photo modes. And it does teach you a little bit how to adjust and get better at things.
It is. It's a learning process, isn't it?
Yes.
It's definitely a learning process.
The
I think
landscapes, though, I think I'm gonna be stuck on that for a while.
the thing is, though, the games that we play, the detail and the landscapes of these worlds that are created for us, how can you not? How can
I
you not take
know.
pictures of the landscapes?
Like, I haven't played it yet, but Survivor. Oh my God, I'm ready.
Oh, Survivor is my game of the year so far. I,
Oh, really?
I, yeah, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. There's something about it. Don't get me wrong. All Star Wars games, you feel like you're a Jedi and you're making the lightsaber sounds and all this sort of stuff when you play. But there's something about it that it just the mood of it and the feel of it, the gameplay of it, all of it just like exudes Star Wars. And I'm not a Star Wars nut. You know, yes, I've seen the films, but I'm not like a really big Star Wars nut. But man, I love that game. Really love
Oh
that
yeah.
game. So yeah, you're in for a treat when you get to that one.
Oh, I'm so ready.
But yeah, I think, like we said before, as long as you love it, whether you want to stick to one lane or you want to branch out and try different things, if you love it, do it. Do it.
Yes, agreed.
So we touched on your style. Now we want to find out a little bit more about your process. So when you go into photo mode, what's your go-to settings? What do you go to first in Tweak?
You know, I was looking at this, Dave, for such a long time, and I wanted to be smart. Um, but I'll just say what I think I do a lot, okay?
Yeah,
Um, so the saturation is to the point where you don't see that shitty orange.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So, and I try to do contrast, but also that so you don't have to see. I still want to see the blue in the sky. You know what I mean? So it's a very
yeah.
hard tool to use. And if I'm able, because this is a very hard tool to use with different photo modes, I try to use depth of field if I understand the tool itself. But I do think I struggle with that because, at least for like Fallen Order, I cannot understand it for the life of me.
So yeah, I think the depth of field in Fallen Order and even to a certain extent in Survivor, I know they've tweaked it. If when you first see it, it doesn't make sense. It's like, how do you get this thing in focus? But when you get it, when you understand it,
Mhm.
brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But depth of field, there's so many different types of depth of field in photo modes, isn't there? Some are
Oh yeah.
easy, some are not easy.
Oh yeah.
But,
Hmm.
but yeah, depth.
Eh,
I struggle with depth of field. I think it's because my eyes are getting old.
nah, nah, you're not old. Be nice.
I look at something, and think that's really where that's in focus. That's brilliant. And then I get it on the phone, start editing, and think that is definitely not in focus. So yeah,
Yeah, and it's so using the camera when it's free will, that's when you are tested to see if you can either do the same thing or try different stuff. You
mm,
know, even with just a basic landscape, there's so many ways to go at it. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, definitely, definitely. And I think as much as Fallen Order's depth of field takes a while to get hold of, from a visual cue point of view, so if you want to make sure you are getting things sharp, that blue wall is brilliant because you know exactly where your focus is going to be. If you've got a slider, whether it's numbers or no numbers, and you've just got to do it by your eye, there's
Hmm.
always that margin for error. But
Yeah.
once you get used to that blue wall, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant
Really?
because you know
I'm gonna have to
every
mess with that thing.
I think the bit you need to balance when you're using that is you get your wall in the right place, but then as soon as you zoom in or zoom out, that's when it plays with the focus again. So then you have to move the wall round, move your focus backwards and forwards. So it takes a bit of work, but when you're there, it's the best visual cue. And then when you go to play other photo modes that don't have the blue wall, you're like, I need a blue wall.
Yeah.
It's really good. It takes a bit of work, but you'll get used to it. So
Awesome.
so
Thank you.
saturation, contrast. And do you try to do that in the PM first before doing stuff in edit?
You know, recently, right? I try to do some of it, but not too much because I do edit my pictures heavily at that point with
Yeah.
my little Snapseed that I adore, or Lightroom,
I like
because oh man, it's a game changer. So even if you, I don't really mess with filters too much, but I do commend the people who use filters and actually made the most incredible crap out of it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I think after a conversation with Sarah about presets, I had a look into that with Lightroom, and it's literally changed my life. It's changed my life. Presets in Lightroom for filters and things, literally game changer.
And then you could actually, if you start using it often, you could actually tell whose style it is just by seeing the pictures.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. So you use Lightroom, Snapseed,
PixArt, I think. Hmm.
Pixar, and do you use all of that on your mobile, on a computer?
On my phone. I
Yeah.
have, so I'm gonna call her out, but Dex was like, "Okay, now you don't have to use these shitty apps. You can start using the computer now and do better things." I'm like, "No, I'm too used to it."
The thing is, though, these apps make it so easy, don't they, to do like the
Yeah,
edits? You know, a
yes.
couple of minutes, and you're done.
I think the only problem with some of them is it was maybe except for Lightroom, I think it's amazing, but they pixelate your stuff a little bit.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the more apps you go in, so if you go into Snapseed and do something, then take it into Lightroom and do something, you slowly start to lose quality, don't you? That's the problem.
Yeah, dude.
But
Exactly.
it's easy. See, I do the same. Everything's done on my phone. It's too much hassle to get the laptop out and have a look.
It's super easy, and I can edit a picture pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do that as a little game for TPM. We give someone a
dude.
picture and
Yes.
see who can edit it and get the finished product the quickest.
Oh my God, we gotta do it then.
I'm right. I'm writing that one down. That's
Do
one for the
it.
plan. We'll do that. We'll
Okay.
do that. So do you? So Infinite Without Fulfillment on Twitter said, "How do you usually edit your shots, and do you find it relaxing or stressful?" So we've touched on you use Snapseed and Lightroom. Do you find editing stressful? Do you find it relaxing, or do you just get on and do it and then you're done?
So it is very relaxing. I think hobbies usually are, unless it's like it's super intensive. You know what I mean? Like a workout or things like that. But yes, I think they're super relaxing. I don't think it's relaxing whenever you're doing something new.
No.
I think I get so intense with it, and sometimes I'll stay on the app for like a long time doing one thing, trying to do one thing. I think um, shadows and stuff like that are hard
Yeah.
that I don't quite understand yet, but I want to.
So as in shadows on, say, characters, when you're taking a picture of characters, the shadows on characters.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
So yes, exactly. And I think I learned a little bit on a YouTube video, but it's still a difficult style in my opinion. And some people do it so amazingly.
Exactly. And I think, you've got lights. So I've, I mean, all the shadows in my pictures are generally just flukes. I just happen to be standing in the right place at the right time, so none of it's skillful. But I did, when I was doing photography, I had a book about light, and the whole book was about light, different types of light, and that kind of thing. And that
Oh, a
kind of book
book?
is, yeah. So those things that people used to read, but now everybody reads things on their phone.
Yeah. What are those things?
But I found it really useful because it had pictures of people and then the light in different places and how it casted the shadow and
Mhm.
that things like that. And like you said, YouTube videos really help with things like that because shadow is
Yes.
a really difficult thing. And I know some people do it naturally in games and some people edit it in. But yeah, shadow's really hard to work with. So if anybody on here listening is really good at shadow work, reach out. We need some help.
Yes.
Definitely. But make it easy to understand because otherwise we'll get bored.
But say shadows for dummies.
Yeah. Yeah, send us a link for Shadows for Dummies that we can learn within 30 seconds or don't bother. No.
Yes.
But yeah, I think whenever you learn something, you're learning something new, you take the time, don't you? Because you want to understand it, you want to get it right,
Yes,
you,
exactly.
you
And
want to make sure it works.
and have somebody who knows it to help you out too.
Exactly, exactly. And that, what we were saying earlier, don't be afraid to ask people. If you see a nice shot and it's got nice shadows on it, slide into their DMs and ask the question.
Yes. Doesn't hurt to ask. It won't
Exactly.
bite you. Maybe bite you little bit softly.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, everybody like comments on shots and that kind of thing. And there's always kind of a little stigma around. DMing someone,
I
is why
know.
not? The worst that can happen is they ignore you.
I'm so unashamed. I shouldn't be ashamed. But I feel like if you want a friend, also, I mean, this is going off topic, but like if you want a friend, just go ahead and just ask or talk or say something. Many people want to have friends here.
Exactly, exactly. A lot of people come to the community not just for the VP, but for the interaction, the engagement. Because I think, not everybody is lucky with friends in real life or that kind of thing. So I think friendly people within the community is kind of a nice thing for people. It's got that engagement. So yeah, reach out, chat, you know, whoever it is, drop a message out, whether it's TPM, whether it's anybody, we're all here doing the same thing. We love to talk about it, as you can tell from this series we're doing on here. You know, we're,
Exactly.
we're all here to talk. So we touched on the relaxing, stressful part. So you on Twitter has also said, have you ever had a vision, so a vision with a shot that you don't have the tech for, and how to deal with it? So I think he said that he had a PS4 and he wanted to try something, but it couldn't work. So have you ever been in a situation where you thought, I really want to take that picture, I really want to do this edit, but you don't have the means for it? And how do you deal with it?
If I could remember, um, it's whenever you upgrade to a different console, sometimes it's still hard to do a vision if you're not too sure how to um, do the composition. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But I've waited. Like I guess the one I just pinned, I've done so much shitty edit work on that that I just waited for a month. I wouldn't necessarily said that I used a different technology, although I could now that I have a computer, but I waited until I figured out a little bit how to do those shadows a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but
And what
yes, I've had a vision and honestly it didn't come to fruition until like way later.
so how with like the one you've done there where you've taken your time with it, is
Uh,
is it taking you a lot of time because you want to be a perfectionist and get it right, or is it just because of the learning process that you're doing the steps?
I think it's a learning process just because I know I can do it better. You know, I don't say I'm overconfident with my pictures. I just know that I can practice to get better. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So if I have a vision and I had it in my head of how I wanted it and I sort of made it like that, at least it was close enough to do it.
yeah, yeah. Cool,
But
cool. So who we've got for next? So we've got from Uko in the community. So you've had a lot of amazing shots. What do you think is your most successful shot? So if you had to pick one shot out of your hair, so let's even say iconic. Sorry, Mick, we're not pinching you a bit from VPR class. So if you had to choose your most successful shot, what would it be? And did you like it as much as the people who liked and shared it?
one of them is a Assassin's Creed picture, and it has a bunch of lights going through Cassandra.
Yeah.
Um, I think finally it did well, but I posted that shit like 3 times. Just like, no, you guys gotta see what I see. It's because, like I said before, like there's been other pictures I've done better, and I didn't do shit to them or
Yeah.
as much shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts. But I guess that's how it is. I guess I wonder if people in the art community struggle with that a lot of the times.
The thing is, though, it's difficult, isn't it? When you've got a vision of something and then trying to get that vision across to people, with one picture, it's like you see this vision. Why can nobody else see it? It's there in front of you. And do
I
you
know.
do you do you wait a bit of time, then just post it again, or do you retweet it?
I'll wait. I'll wait. Like I'm like, I'll remember you. I'll come back to you, and then I'll paste and I'll post. I'm an unashamed reposter. I'll repost things often.
Oh, don't be ashamed. I think I've reposted my Gamora portrait that apparently is my iconic shot. I've reposted that probably about 50 times. I
Like,
love
what are
that
you gonna
shot.
do? You gonna police go get me? No, you're not.
Every single VP competition that there is, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use that one. I can use that one. So,
Exactly.
but yeah, don't be ashamed of it. And also because of the algorithm, because of Twitter, not everything gets seen.
No. And this, I guess the change made it so much harder, I think.
Definitely, and I think a lot of people retweet their shots. I think quite a lot of people get hung up about if people look at your profile, they see a lot of retweets, but at the end of the day, they're just seeing your art, aren't they? If you and time zones play a factor, if I post something in the UK at 8 a.m., it can do okay, but then when it comes to people in America getting up, I've missed them because by the
Yeah.
time they go up, it's been lost in the algorithm. It's gone off somewhere and hidden in the corner of Twitter somewhere. But
And you
if
would
I
hope
post
people would comment on them so it could keep be alive, right? So it sucks.
exactly, but if I post at 8 p.m. my time, which is a bit more in the middle of the day for America, I find it gets more attention. So again,
Mhm.
retweeting. We keep mentioning back to other people's interviews, but Sarah said the same thing. She'll before she goes to bed or when she gets up in the morning, she'll retweet it.
Mhm.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. Definitely not.
No, definitely not.
So get that Cassandra shot out and retweet the hell out of it again.
You'll be fine.
So next one we've got is from Cinemane VP.
Okay.
So they say, what specific style of VP do you find yourself being drawn to, not as a VPer, but as a viewer? So when you're scrolling, obviously you have your style of what you want to take, but when you're looking at VP on Twitter and you're scrolling through, what do you find yourself being drawn to?
You know, I am so enamored with pictures that are so opposite of mine. Like I really admire pictures that are morbid or dark or sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it's not something I would necessarily do, but I admire the beauty of darkness. All lame. But
it's
I
not lame
do.
at all.
I do. I like sad pictures. I think anything that elicits a strong emotion like that
Yeah,
is beautiful to me.
and that's the thing. If you can get emotion across in a picture, that's absolutely brilliant. Whether it's happy, sad, but yeah, if you like scrolling through Twitter looking for morbid pictures, bless you.
You just see blurred everywhere.
Yeah,
How
I
about you,
just
if I may ask? Like, I know you're the interview, but what about you?
oh hello, somebody's asking me a question. What's going on? Um,
Yeah.
so for me, I've always see it's a hard one for me because I've always been kind of like a portrait or character VP when I finally found my style. But recently, I've tried to pull myself away from it because I don't want to be in that little box of you only take portraits. So I've tried to do sets of pictures and do landscape pictures, which is really weird for me. So at the moment, I find myself being drawn towards kind of sets of pictures that not necessarily tell a story, but you find yourself looking from shot to shot to shot. So
I know
some
exactly what you're talking about, and I think that is such a neat way to really do tell the story for sure.
and I kind of learn from it. I think a couple of my survivor sets is I'd normally just take either a portrait shot, so that's one shot, let's get rid of that, or if I'd done a set, it'd just kind of be a little bit random.
Mhm.
There's a couple of sets I've done for Survivor where I literally had Cal in one position and I took probably about 20 shots of the situation. But then when I was doing a set, I thought about, okay, so what's going on? What's he actually done? He's, slicing a droid in half, as you do. Um, but then I posted it with the shots in kind of the order that the things were happening.
Mhm.
It make so looking at those, what I'm being drawn to those because it's teaching me something new, and I kind of like the storytelling aspect of it. So yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for asking me a question. I like it.
Yeah.
I could get used to this. Maybe I'll just get people on to
I
ask me
asked so
questions.
many questions, but I was trying to refrain to not bombard you.
No, if you want to ask me a question, please.
Okay. I guess we're almost done, so I have a few of the
Actually,
same.
yeah, we've got so keep them in your bank. We'll get to them in a minute. But yeah,
Gotcha.
don't be afraid to ask.
Okay.
Um, so we've done Ray's question about the like. So you've been in the VP community for many years now.
Okay.
How have you seen the VP community grow and evolve? and what's your favorite thing about being a part of it? That's our part of the question, and Steffi's got another little part of it too. So, how have you seen it evolve
Okay.
and grow, and what's your favorite part about it?
I think I know some people has been here for many years, and I think they might agree with me, but it is almost apparent that these developers notice us for
Yeah,
sure. Almost all of them will have a photo mode. I didn't think we'll, and like when I first started, I didn't think that would break any barriers. But it did. That's incredible.
definitely. And, people within our community are actively liaising with developers around what to put in photo modes.
Yeah. And that's incredible. We have people who take pictures, and now that's part of their jobs too. What?
Exactly. It's crazy. I want that job. I wish that could be my job.
I thought about that, and I'm like, okay, if that were to be my job, would I love it? Would I hate it? You know,
Oh,
because
yeah, 'cause we were saying, weren't we? Because if you love it and then it feels like it's becoming work, when it's your actual work, do you still love it?
I want someone to answer, like, if anybody works with them, I want them to let me know how they feel about that. Because when it comes to themes, I like making the themes, but I hardly do themes because I'm so bad. Like, I cannot be pressured because then I won't know what to do.
Yeah.
But maybe
So
that's a challenge, right? Like that could be a challenge to do as well.
you've given yourself a challenge. There we go. I'm going to write that one down and remind you of that. That's your challenge. That's what you've got to do.
Yes.
So we've seen it evolve in, devs getting involved and people being involved in creating photo modes. So
Yes.
kind of like merging into what Steffi's saying. So actually, see, so what she says, what do you like most? Excuse me. What do you like most about the Twitter community, and the VP community in particular? What do you like the most?
I think you'll know this one too. It is the involvement of the support and kindness of the community, or at least we try to, right?
Yeah,
It's for me, it's been very rewarding to have people that I know, either acquaintances or friends. I didn't think I was going to come across that many people who love the same things as I do. So it's definitely the people for me, uh,
yeah,
for sure.
definitely. It's such a friendly community. I mean, I know every now and then there's pockets of toxicity. There always is. There's always drama. But I
Oh,
think as a whole, the VP community is one of the friendliest communities that I've ever been involved in.
yeah, and I'll tell you what, I maybe this should have been in part of the first question, but I did not trust coming on Twitter because of what Twitter usually is. It's pretty cesspooly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Outside of it, I just do not. I don't have anything outside of VP for Twitter. So I was scared to come on here uh, at first,
Well, we're
but
glad you did.
I know. I'm really happy I did too. I'm glad I gave it a chance.
And you're right though, because you see a lot of crap on Twitter. See a lot of people like commenting bad things against what people are posting, that kind of thing. That's one thing within the VP community is you don't see a lot of hate. Um,
No,
Occasionally, things pop up and soon
it's
forgotten
just
about.
normal human stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. But generally, you never scroll through and see any hate within the community. It's always like great shot or that kind of thing. It's always really positive. And I think you're right. That's one of the great things about the community is the people, not even just the people, the positivity of the people. I know we see, there's a lot within the community, not negative, but there's a lot within the community where people are being more open around how they're feeling and things. So that's not a negative. So I'm just trying to differentiate between what I'm saying. So there's the positivity of VP, everybody's all positive, but there's also that side of people, who are being more open about how they're feeling, which is great. It's brilliant. So I love that too. The fact that people feel comfortable enough to
Yes,
put
because
that
every
out there.
time I share a new VPer, they are so on it, like, yo, welcome, and I'm like, oh yeah, like this, like it's like here, this is my family. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Exactly, and that's what we are. We're one big family, whether you're happy, whether you're sad, we're having a good time, a bad time, we're one big family. I'm trying not to plug VP Safe Space now. I'll save that for later.
Plug it, plug it.
No, no, Jack will kill me. He's like, you can't plug that on this. But yeah,
Safe space. Okay.
you can do it for me. But yeah, everybody's positive, everybody's friendly. Whether people need to talk about stuff, not talk about stuff, whether it's posting on pictures, everything to the community. For me, just oozes positivity.
Exactly.
So
I
yeah, I
agree.
think you're spot on with that. The people in the community are what make the community,
Yes.
and obviously the amazing shots.
Amazing pictures.
Exactly. So this one you've probably thought about a lot as well, trying to pinpoint. It's very hard to kind of look at yourself and say what you've enjoyed doing or what you think your achievements are. So from your personal point of view, what do you think are your top achievements since starting within VP?
Can you say again, please?
What from your personal point of view, what do you think are your top achievements since starting VP?
I think it's the Ubisoft Spring contest that I won.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome, and I do think that the I actually just won a PlayStation thing right not long ago, the
yeah.
showcase.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
Tell
You
us more
know,
about that. What did you put into it? What did you win?
I got the what was it called? I did the Far Cry picture,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I didn't think I was gonna get it because I tried it before, but maybe I haven't done it consistently, you know? So, but I guess when it comes to contests, I never think I'm gonna win.
I don't think anybody does, do they? You'd be a bit cocky
No.
if you went and said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to nail this." No. But no, yeah, I don't think anybody's
No.
going to win. But that must have felt so great, though.
Can I ask you what you feel like you've accomplished too?
Oh, you're flipping it around on me now, aren't you? Um,
Yes.
yeah. So for me, again, like you, when I first started, I started on in a Facebook group, Virtual Photography Society. Shout out to Troy and all the people from there. Um, So I started on there, not really knowing much about virtual photography, and then came onto Twitter. And like you, I didn't think I get lots of followers, that kind of thing. Um, so I think achievement-wise for me is, being accepted as part of community pages. The fact that people think that much of me, I think everybody will know, or a lot of people will know, kind of like the story that I posted recently. So for me, the kind of uh, them seeing something in me that they want me to be a part of that community page. So whether that's VPRT, Becky and the team, World of VP, when Spectra and the others brought me on board, and now with TPM, when Jack asked me to come over. The fact that, putting, whether it's my VP or whether it's how I come across on social media or however it is, that's a big achievement for me, because for me it's not about being wanted, but it's hard to explain now. I've gone all serious. um, the fact that they believe in me to be able to do something for the community, that for me is a big achievement. And what we're doing with this series after the VP, it was a little spitball idea that me and Jack were throwing around. Um, and the people have been on so far, and the people are yet to come that we haven't announced yet. The buy-in from it, again, that's such an achievement that people believe in that feature. I always want to try and do new things within the community, something that can benefit the community, learning about all you guys, or whether that's offering support with the whole VP safe space thing we're doing. Got a few other ideas cooking. I want to help the community and do something with the community rather than post pictures. So for me to be able to do that, and people believing in me to give me that opportunity, that's a big achievement. I really talked then, didn't I? I went on a bit
You
then. This is
you
about
know
you, not me. How
no,
dare
it could
you?
it could be about us, dude. No, for real, because I get that. because I like being part of the community and doing things. And I think a lot of people feel the same way too. That's why I think there's a bunch of pages because people want to extend themselves a lot more, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to say, I think they picked the best person to interview because it feels so professional, but I feel so comfortable. So you are a natural at this.
Oh, thanks, B. Thank you. I mean, believe it or not, I get nervous before every one of these. But
Now
I
I
think,
bet you have to do like hundreds of them now.
but I think the thing is, though, I think because we're talking about something that we both love, it just puts us at ease, doesn't it?
Yes,
We just want
I
to talk
do
about it.
agree.
But thank you for that. That's very nice to hear.
No problem, man.
You can't see if I'm blushing now. Let's move on to another question for
It's
you.
okay. I'm
Before I
blushing,
start
but I think
blushing
it's
you.
because I'm drinking coffee. It's fine.
I'm just so hot. It's too hot. It's too hot. So this is the question that everybody's been waiting to hear the answer to, and we couldn't have you on without asking the question that everybody wants to
Yeah.
know. What is your favorite type of food to eat?
This was the hardest one, and I'll tell you why. I love food, but I think I'm in a spree where I love barbecue brisket, Texas barbecue brisket, and a side of macaroni and like fries or anything like that. But brisket, you have, if you're gonna come to Texas, I won't get mad at you to try the brisket, okay?
Yeah. Are you extending an invite for lunch? Here we go.
Yes,
Let's
gotta
do
have
it.
that.
It's going
Dude,
to be a bit of a long trip.
now it's no kangaroo tacos, okay? It's Jordan here. I'm gonna tease them a little bit about that. By the way, the tacos here too are bomb as fuck. But the brisket here or the barbecue here in Texas is one of the best. At least I heard. I don't know. I haven't tried anywhere else, but I love it.
Oh, you're making me hungry now. I had a barbecue yesterday, but it wasn't no brisket. It was some really sorry looking sausages, and that was about it. So you're making me really jealous and hungry now.
I tried sausages that I think were German influenced because I went to
Yeah.
Seattle and there was like a German town and they weren't spicy and I'm used to spicy sausages. So I'm like, what is this? Sorry, my German friends. I was kind of confused.
Oh, yeah. You go to German market as well, don't you? And they have like circular sausages and like different types of sausages. So what is this? Some of them are nice. Some of them are really nice though.
I like the schnitzel.
Schnitzel. Everybody loves a
Yeah,
schnitzel.
yeah. That's as far as my cultural awareness for the German cuisine goes.
What about what about Spanish sausage? Oh, chorizo. Oh,
Oh, we have that. If you do put chorizo with eggs and beans, you can have that in a tortilla, and that's pretty good.
chorizo is literally my favorite food. I love
Oh,
it.
yes.
I love
but
this question though because it always makes me feel really hungry when I try what everybody's talking about. So
I do
brisket,
think the food is like the one of the bases to bonding for
it
whoever.
is, isn't it? Everybody
Yes,
loves
it is.
food. Like we talked about earlier, everybody loves food. Unfortunately, I just love food and hate exercise. So yeah, I love it. I'm going to try some brisket.
Do it.
So the next question says an oldie but a goldie, but we've got a couple of questions that lead off of it because they all. I'm, I'm getting an easier job now because the community keep giving loads of questions, so I don't have to think of as many. So it's good for
Love
me.
that.
So our oldie but a goldie is what top tip or advice would you have for any new or existing virtual photographers? But before you answer, because Crazy Car and Dex M also asked a question about this. So I'll tell you theirs and then you can just give us kind of an overall answer. So Crazy Car says, what would be your number one tip for any VP starting out? So pretty much the same as our question. But Dex M has kind of given it a different spin. So it's, what do you think of your first VP shots? And is there something that you as a VP would like to tell you as a beginner VP to avoid or some mistakes? So, what are your top tips for new VPs? And what would you tell yourself if you could go back in time for when you started?
Okay. So going back, don't be afraid to ask questions if you like certain pictures people do. Now, you could definitely make your style on your own through time, but don't expect it to come right away. You need to experience and practice. So don't be so hard on yourself if you see these badass pictures. People have been doing this for years.
I
So,
know. I agree. Definitely agree.
right. Okay, and the second one?
The second one. So DexM says, "What do you think of your first VP shots now?"
Ah,
Let's
dude.
answer that one first. Let's split this up. What do you think of your first VP shots? Is there a
Okay.
private joke here that we don't know about?
I look in just about a year ago, dude, and I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? So some of the triptychs, I know it's funny to say, some of them I took, I'm like, dude, it looks funky. I don't like how it is, and sometimes I'll delete them. And maybe I shouldn't, but I'm like, ew, I could have done this better. I shouldn't be so hard on myself though, because at that time when I took it, I thought it was the most bomb piece of art done.
And then you look back like, oh my God. No, but why
I
not delete it?
know.
Why not delete it? If you don't like it, take it off.
Yeah, that's true. Because there are old ones, like when I first started, where I was really proud of.
Yeah. Is there any shot? This is also part of Dex's question. So, is there any shot that you look back on now and you absolutely hate?
Dex, it's gone. Probably. It's probably all gone for sure. I wish I would tell you, but it's not going to be around. And maybe that should have been a reference point, but no, I probably deleted it.
Oh, what was it?
I think it might have been like a Valhalla picture or something.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's, I regularly look back at my stuff and think, oh, don't like
No,
that.
no. It was a triptych, and I mean, I guess it wasn't so bad, but Eivor was on a horse in the middle, and it was stacked three of Eivor pictures in the same position. And if you do that, it doesn't look good in those collages. Okay, um,
Yeah.
kind of like have things separate from each other so it'll look good on a stack. We'll call them stacks.
There we go. We call them stacks. We're not going to
Uh,
use that dodgy word anymore.
yeah,
We're just
yeah,
going
yeah,
to call
yeah.
them stacks.
Evie told me about that. She's like, "Where are your stacks?" I'm like, "I haven't done it in a while."
You need to do it. You need to do it. So
I'll do a stack.
before we carry on talking about this, I'm just going to give everybody listening a 5 minute warning that if you want to ask me a question live, put your speak request in, and we'll come to you, and you can ask your question live.
Ask a question. I don't bite hard.
Do it. Do it. So so yeah, like you said, don't feel pressure. Don't try and find a style. Take your time. Everybody's going
Yeah.
to hate some pictures. Um, I'm trying to think. I had another question for you, and it's completely gone. Um, no, it has completely gone. So, is anybody? Oh, we've got a request. I've been saved. My mind's gone blank, and I've been saved by somebody requesting to speak. Okay, so we have Cynthia.
Yes.
Yes, we love Cynthia. Come on.
Come here.
Sorry, my dog is just barking. I'm just going to go on mute.
All
Cynthia,
good.
you're on mute.
No, I'm not.
Hi.
Yeah, yeah.
What's up?
Bianca, you did so good, by the way.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh my God.
I just want to know why you're so
What's
cool.
up? Now, I know you have a really messed up question, so you gotta say it.
I mean, Dave already asked it.
It was
Just
the
questions.
That's
first
true.
question.
What? Oh yeah, dead.
That dad asked.
No,
Oh, I had to
well,
ask that question, didn't I? I had to ask it.
I did
well,
not say what that
Cynthia,
asked.
I have, I don't know. You know that I'm a nerd.
Yes, I do. And we love you.
That's why we love Bianca.
Oh, Nick and Cynthia. They're together right now. They're love
Yeah,
verbs.
I was going to say we might need to explain, and Cynthia isn't just changing her voice every 2 seconds.
So, that's another cool thing about the VP community is like sometimes you'll see the love birds.
Oh, bless him, bless him. So, was that your only question, Cynthia? Why is she so cool?
Not really. We already answered all of them. I just wanted to know
Maybe
why
I
Oh,
just
she's
want
so
to talk
cool.
to you.
Yeah, I just want to
That's
talk to my
lame.
girl.
I don't know.
Throw a little chaos in the middle of it, you know?
Does she ever use BP
I
for
love
that?
the kale. Now I'm gonna take a picture of a butt and send it to you.
Thank you. My daily butt
No.
pictures. She sends me her food a lot
You're welcome.
too.
Oh yeah,
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 She sends you
brisket.
she sends you pictures of food.
all the time. And I get jealous.
Um, I need to get in on this. Can we set up a
Yes, you do.
WhatsApp group or something?
Yes, we do. Then we can
I
just
want to
send
see pictures
pictures.
of food.
Let's do it.
I do that on the TPM chat every now and then.
Yes. Oh yeah, I could just do that if y'all
Dave
don't
sends
mind
us
whoever's
vlog.
listening in the TPM chat.
Yeah, what would we do without Dave's vlog?
Dave sends us vlogs in the mornings.
You're not supposed to start outing me on an interview. I done one video to the team when I was on holiday saying like how you doing. I was walking along a beach,
I didn't know
you
I
know,
needed it in my life
sunset.
until I saw it.
I was trying to make everybody jealous. And they're just like, we love it. So no, I'm not doing anymore. I'm not doing
What?
anymore.
My heart. You just broke my heart, Dave.
Sorry, Nick. Sorry, dude.
Whoever
So
sees this, you gotta send me pictures of your food, not your butt. Okay.
you do not want to see a picture of my butt. Anyway, we can
Definitely want to.
we can talk about our food WhatsApp group later. So, is there anybody else apart from the wonderful Cynthia and Nick who wants to ask B a question live? Don't be afraid. She will only chew a little bit of you.
You know y'all.
I think Jack's got a question. Jack's being quite quiet and shy today. I think Jack can think of a question. Are you going to think of a question, Jack? He's going to
Kim,
leave
do
me.
you got one? I know you do. Come on.
He's going to leave me
Request.
hanging now. He's going to stay silent just to annoy me. Well, if nobody else has got any more questions, B, thank you
Okay.
so much for joining
Come
us.
on, Kim.
The what?
I said, come on, Kim. We need the art
This-
teacher.
I know sometimes Twitter Spaces can be a bit of a pain when people are trying to request and it comes through late.
I know. I tried to request the last few times, but sometimes you also need to ask permission to use your mic. But anyway,
Hey, but yeah,
it was an honor, dude.
if anybody else has any questions for you, reach out. Don't be afraid to ask.
Kim says she's trying, but on WhatsApp. Okay. Do you mind if Kim asks me on WhatsApp and then I'll just read it to you?
Yeah, go for it. Let's get
Okay.
that question out.
Okay. Kim, I'll wait for you. So for
You send
now,
over, Kim.
so what do you like to eat, dude?
What do I like to eat?
Yeah.
Stop asking me questions. I'm unprepared. I like to eat. I like paella, and I like rice dishes. I don't know why I like rice dishes because I like chorizo. I like Spanish paella or tapas. I really
I
got
don't
to
think
taste
I've tried
for
any
them.
of those before.
So paella is basically. Have you ever had a risotto before?
No.
Okay, so basically a paella is stereotypically you get your chorizo, Spanish chorizo spicy sausage. You've got some.
Oh.
You've got,
That's what you're saying. Sorry.
yeah.
I hear what your accent, but now I know what you're saying.
Sorry. You basically put that, and whether you want to use mushrooms or peppers or anything, you put it all in a big pan. You put loads of stock with it, and you just let it cook, and it soaks up all the liquid, and it tastes really nice. I'm not making it sound very nice, but it's really nice. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm into Spanish food at the moment.
dude, you'll love the Mexican food here.
Oh, I've got Mexicans. I've got tacos tonight.
I think I got to try that too. I think I'm hungry for tacos.
I have a request. I have a request. We have a request. Where are we? Mythios Living. Here we go. Let's approve your request. You can now speak and ask your question. Oh, I've got another one. So, Mythios Living, you go first. You are live.
Yeah, Ken. I'm glad you figured it out.
I don't give the mic permission for anything, apparently. Oh God. Okay. Well, hello, Bianca.
Hi, Kim.
It's so good listening to you. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I hope everybody's doing great. My question was, I love your triptychs. I love your flowers and your landscapes. And I was wondering, and this kind of came up earlier on when he was asking you about your triptychs and stuff. What made you do the triptychs beside when you try to pick one to build one? Do you have stories in your mind, or do you
Oh,
just like, oh, I just need to get rid of these 3 images? As you progress in doing them, do you find that you create stories in your mind on what those images mean to you? Do they speak to you in that way?
that's a good, damn. Okay, so whenever I do my images, I have to at least pick a theme of what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes, and you'll remember, I'll do a fall theme or spring theme
Mhm.
or a summer theme, but it has to, or maybe even spring, summer, and fall.
Mhm.
So it has to make sense to me in my mind, but I think it's more of I think it's more of practicing my style and learning how to get better with the focus points. Even if like I don't do a triptych, it's good to learn how to do that at least with landscapes. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't think I necessarily have a story, but it's definitely a method of just practicing, I think.
Yeah. Because the thing I love about your work is how, like, just as a visual person looking at it, like I feel like there's, like, I can interpret a story from it beyond the fact that it's just beautiful to look at. But then as my eyes go from image to image to image, I just love how they're pulled together. And even when you add people into it, it just it adds more
That's
richness.
true. It does. Someone said a long time ago, it looks like a fairy tale, and I do think I still like to use that style with, and I think it was Cynthia with most of my pictures is something kind of fairy tale like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think fairy tale is a perfect description of that, because they're very magical, and I love that about them. And flower, your whole flower series was just really powerful that way too.
By the way, Dave, she makes art out of wax,
Out of
and
what?
yeah, I'll take a picture of it and send it to you after this. But basically, she took a lot of my flower pictures and she made it out of wax.
Cool. I want to see that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Oh hell yeah!
her work, those flowers are just amazing. They're just riveting to look at. They're gorgeous.
They are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Well, that sounds great. That was my question.
Thanks
Thank
very
you,
much
Kim.
for joining, Kim.
It was great hearing the whole thing. It sounds awesome.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
friend.
much. So we've got a couple of other requests. So we've got a request from Sun OG.
Oh
So
yeah, my friend. Okay.
let's approve his request. He's probably going to tell me how good I am, like he was on Twitter earlier today. Hey, dude.
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
Yo. So I do have.
It's my friend.
It is. It's your friend. You my friend. Um. So I have a question, being that what is a game that you are excited to start capturing for that hasn't come out yet?
That hasn't come. Okay. Can you guess at least for this year?
Yeah. No. I'm blank.
Assassin's Creed.
I should have probably guessed that. Yeah.
I so totally wanted big. I want to see how that's gonna end up because I'm not. Is it like gonna be open world?
Mhm.
I don't. I think Jack knows more. Or
So I've seen a couple of things on it. So I think it's just going to be Baghdad, but it's going to be obviously quite large.
oh,
But I think they're going back towards more of a large, confined location rather than a massive open world. I think.
oh, that's still gonna be nice. I think linear, or I don't know if it's linear, right? But I do miss linear type games.
I think from what I've read of it, they're trying to go back to the old style of gameplay, so the fluidity, the assassinations, that kind of thing, but use some of the stuff they've learned from the newer games. So I think it's going to be a bit of a mix, but it should be good to see.
Yeah, I'm so stoked with it. Either way.
And
And
it should be,
Spider-Man.
yeah, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't get him started on Spider-Man. Here we go. We're going to get him started now.
You can't stop me.
We can't, mate. We love to hear from you. We love to hear from you. But both those games, whether it's Assassin's Creed Mirage or Spider-Man, what's going to be really interesting is to see what improvements they've made to their photo modes.
It already looks insane. I haven't done. I'm so late with playing certain games, but I do know that the light system is insane.
Oh, yeah. The light system in Spider-Man's really good. I think I really hope they don't pull a God of War and just copy and paste their photo mode over.
Oh my God, God of War, God bless you.
We can't talk about God of War because it will set Sarah off. So
Okay.
let's but yeah, let's hope they don't copy and paste it over. Let's hope there's some
You know what?
improvement.
I want to say this though. When you have limited a limited photo mode, you do tend to have to think outside the box, and that's a challenge, and it's good for us. So we have to think of it that way.
Yes, that's a very positive way of looking at a rubbish
I
photo.
know. For reals, dude.
See, like we said, you're always so bright and positive.
I try. It's hard.
So, have we got anybody else who wants to ask any more questions? I think that might be it. We've got no requests come in. So, what we'll say, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for being your lovely, beautiful, vibrant self, and thank you for asking me some questions. That was quite a bit of a surprise. It's been great to have you.
And thank you for having me and choosing me. It was fun, dude. Thank you for making this interview feel so comfortable.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure. So, thank you very much. And I will speak to you soon. And thanks for everybody for joining. We've got one more request coming. Look, somebody's got a request just before we finished.
Yeah.
We've got a request
on.
coming. Here we go. Dom's given us a last minute question.
Yeah, Dom.
Are you there, Dom? Oh, Dom. Dom, where have you gone?
No.
Quick, Dom. Did you not mean to ask for a question?
Also, you have to make sure the permissions on your mic is allowed.
Dom, we'll give you one last chance. If you want to ask a question, send me another speak request. Me and B will just talk rubbish for a couple of minutes.
I know, just talk all the shit. What about you, dude? Like, what are you excited for?
I'm excited for Final Fantasy.
Oh, hell yeah. I agree.
Hopefully the photo mode in that will be better than the remake. But I think Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? Yeah.
Yeah, I love comic book stuff. Oh, have we got Dom? Dom, are you there? Dom's requested. Let me approve your request again. Twitter doing its usual IT wizardry. Dom, are you there? You're on mute, Dom.
There he is.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh man. So yeah, I saw Son of OG pop in, so I was like, well, I've got to make an appearance too. Can't just leave it for off in it.
Yes. Gotta have my homies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So my question is there any particular VP or any capture artist who has inspired you, or anyone who you've looked at and just been like, oh shit, like that's top tier?
Oh, fuck yeah. And she's here. Evie.
Oh, okay.
So Evie was one of the first people I saw on Twitter. And when I saw her shit, excuse me, it's not shit, but that's how I talk. I'm dumb. I was like, how does this chick do it?
Yeah.
God damn. You know what I mean?
100%.
And
yeah.
but it's and it's not like we do the same type of VP, but it still inspired me to do better.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. So has there been anywhere, is like any particular sets or VPs that you've looked and like, okay, this has inspired me to do a particular VP myself? Has there ever been anything like that for you, or?
I believe there is, but it's something I think I have to think about a little bit more, just because there's been so many.
Yeah.
I know. But that is a good thing, right, Dom?
Oh,
There's just so
100%.
many people that are fucking good at this game.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
it.
at this
Exactly.
this VP.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking with a few people, and it's like, as niche as this community is, it's not actually that niche anymore.
Dude, for reals.
Yeah.
You know, recently though, I'll tell you about a recent person that I came across. Cinnamon,
Oh, it's
dude
so
is
good.
insane.
That dude was
Oh my
amazing.
gosh.
He's requested to ask you. He, she. Sorry, I'm assuming he. Cinemane's requested to ask you a question as well.
Dude, for real, yeah, get him out here, dude.
He's coming. He's coming. Let's get him on. And we've got somebody else. We've got Cinemane and we've got El Skeets there as well. So let's get them
Let's
both
get the
on.
party.
Let's get them both on and let's get the questions going. Cinemane, how you doing?
Did he accept? Yeah.
El, are you there? You're both muted. Need to press your mic button.
Hello.
Oh, there he is. Hi.
Hey,
What's
I
up?
just got a question.
Yes.
What's a game that you grew up with that you loved that you wish could get remade with a photo mode?
Oh my
Good.
God.
Good question. Good question.
That is such a fat question, but with the PHAT, okay. So let me think a little bit. A photo mode. Okay, this is lame and it's a cartoon, but it's one of my favorites, okay? Did anybody play Mario Sunshine?
Yes, that was my favorite Mario game.
That water, that's why beaches are such a thing for me because that water is insanely beautiful, even at that time. And I know many people don't like taking pictures of like cartoons, but I feel like it deserves a lot of love.
No, I think
There needs to be more cartoon games, more like anime games.
Well,
And
someone takes a lot of cool pictures of that Zelda game. I just forget who it was. That new
Which game?
Zelda game that came out.
Oh yeah, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of games out there. I mean, you've got Genshin Impact, various other ones, but you don't see a lot of pictures from those games, do you? I mean, Code Vein's another one with that
Oh,
art
yeah.
style, but you don't see a lot of VP from those games.
Yes, I think people as a collective here, I don't think they like care or like the cartoon VP. But there are a lot of people that do take pictures of it that deserve the love because they still do the same types of compositions that, in my opinion, are right. You know, not that there's any wrong, but it looks amazing still. You know?
Yeah.
So
I
I
think-
think they deserve love.
Definitely. Let's give them all some love. Share the love.
Love.
Thanks for your questions,
thanks for
Cinemane.
answering.
Elle, are you there for your question? You need to take yourself off of mute. Oh, it's keeping us in suspense. It's going to be a really good question.
Oh, on the side, on the left side, it'll say mic is on, mic is off. I think that's what we got to press.
Yeah, you've got mic on, mic off. Last chance, Elle. Are you there to answer your question? Ask your question. No. Okay, Elle. If you do think of your question, you can always pop it on the TPM post for questions, and I'm sure B will jump on there and
Oh
answer
yeah,
it for you.
definitely.
And again, B, it's been lovely. Thank you so much. It's been great talking to you. Have a great rest of your day. Go and get yourself some brisket,
Likewise, my friend.
and we'll speak again soon.
Speak again. Okay, thanks, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.